And welcome back. Okay, so here we are at Darkwell Gate, and we are on a mission to slay Karos, the sigil of Chthon. So let's get to it. Lots of others to slay first, of course. That's just how it goes. Right, let's actually check what is my chaos resistance. It's only 16%. Well, since the minions are going to take the brunt of the damage, hopefully at least, we should be fine. But definitely not an ideal number when playing hardcore mode. Okay, keep on collecting every single thing that these enemies drop. Pick up that lore note. I guess I'll read it in a moment. Nice little bedtime story, I'm sure. Let's see. Blood for Chthon. I try to console them. I tell them everything will be alright. Their eyes go wide with fear as I find the spot between the ribs and push the blade in. They always cry, and it makes me a little sad. They do not yet understand. I watch the blood as it flows down their naked legs and into the large basin I have placed below their suspended form. Chthon calls for every drop. To ensure I get it all, I begin by making shallow cuts, first the legs, then the torso, and lastly the arms. Slowly their struggle recedes and they accept their fate. At last they find understanding. The blood is not theirs. They are only holding it for another, and now it must be returned to Chthon, to whom it rightly belongs. At last their fear is peeled away and they are happy to give the blood freely. Devoted servant of Chthon, Belor Heind. Okay, sure. This is a nice, friendly place. So I guess I won't be feeling bad about killing these people, as well as these creatures. The world of Grim Dawn is indeed quite grim. Not a happy joy place. Okay, keep on doing things, keep on killing, keep on moving, keep on looting. There are, I think, 2 levels to this place, so overall not that long. And these enemies do go down pretty easily. At least on this difficulty level. Okay. Once again, Argyle delegates the killing to the minions while he loots. As you do. He is the supervisor. The management does not need to get its hands dirty, so to speak. Alright, so this is the second level of this place. Yes, you keep saying that, but... well, I guess you only need to succeed once. So, sure, keep on delivering the pep talk. Okay, Gildan Arcanum, page 2. Well, we haven't found page 1, I don't think. Don't remember what that even is. Because, like I've said, I've never actually read everything that this game has. Since I don't play these games for the story, for the most part. So I must say that Diablo 2 did it very well. I mean, there's not a lot there, but those cinematics were just so good back in the day. I guess they still hold up. Maybe that's the nostalgia speaking, but even so. In contrast, there is quite a lot of story in this game. But you can pretty safely ignore it, if you'd like. It is kind of a lot to ask if you... Well, I guess no one's asking, but... If you were to read every single lore note with actual thought that the game has. Anyway, let's keep on killing. Click on this. Dash away, hide behind a corner, and... Oh yeah, my other pet, the Briar Thorn, had died, so let's resummon it. Also, all the skeletons died. Nasty. That is why we stay far away from the actual fights. Okay, but that is a lot of loot. Guess I'll loot all of this as well. Though in a game like this, it really doesn't matter if you stop to loot everything, because you're just going to get loot anyway. There is an infinite amount of it. Infinite amount of stuff you can pick up. Also, yes, I was running with 6 skeletons instead of 9. Not a good idea. Always go with the maximum amount of slaves. That's what I say. Maximize the slavery. I guess hardcore used to be far more, well, maybe not far more, but at least a little bit more dangerous before the dash function was added to the game. That's my assumption, at least. Okay, come on, get in there. I have to command them with this pet attack command, because they're pretty mindless. Well, that's why they are not in management and I am. Okay, so let's keep on heading this way. Getting somewhat near to our goal here. We might even find something relevant to use here, something with pet bonuses. Might have already found something, but let's check that later. Patiently wait for them to do their job. Resummon again. It's a nice little throne here. Wonder who this guy was. Okay, but here we are. Here is the big bad. And down he goes. But of course, that is not the end. Not just yet. Dramatic music, but yeah. That was over pretty quickly. Okay. There is more stuff over here, of course, so let's pick it up. This boss has always felt pretty easy to me, no matter the difficulty. Anyway, let's keep on going. There should be a rift gate right about nearby. A change of scenery as well. Yeah, we see the gate to the west. Alright, now let's go report of our success to the homestead. To Captain Sommer.
Why do you have such a grim look on your face? What happened out there?
Grim, huh? Well, I don't know. Could there possibly be a reason for a grim look in this game? Karos lies dead, but I found some disturbing information on him.
Let's see it. I'll be damned. If the bastards pull this off, we may as well slit our own throats. This scenario is well beyond my pay grade, or would be if I were getting paid. You will need to bring this to Creed's attention immediately.
The Inquisitor.
I've already informed Creed of your recent actions. He is most eager to speak with you. Show him what you've shown me. He needs to see this.
Okay, well, who is the Inquisitor?
Inquisitor Creed is one of Irulan's chief exterminators of the occult and the strange. Incidentally, he was outside the capital during the fall as he was tracking down just how deep the ethereal corruption ran. Creed has played a critical role in the Legion's activities after the Grim Dawn, coordinating assaults and providing insight on the enemy.
Well, okay, how does he know so much about the Ethereals, though?
He has it on good authority. Now stop it with the questions
Sure.
and go speak to him immediately.
I can't right now. I can't. I just can't. Well, okay,
I've
I
already
can.
informed Creed of your
Alright, well, I guess I'll read the thingamajig. Was it that? Final sermon, I mean? Okay, yeah, I guess that's it. The end of times. Sworn supplicants of Cthon, it is with great purpose that we gather here today for what will be my final sermon to you. You have devoted yourselves completely, forsaking all past relations, earthly possessions and free will. You have proven that you are finally ready to become part of a greater whole, to receive the glorious gift of reunification. I must remain behind with the others to finish our great work, yet, even as you depart your lives, you will advance this broken world one step closer to the end time. The time when the dismal, suffering world will become reunited with Cthon, making the oldest of the old whole again and righting the great wrong perpetrated millennia ago by the false gods. These upstart gods who manipulated the course of our existence set themselves up to be the objects of worship and have lived off our blood and toil for ages. Well, if you say so. The end time will also bring doom to the wayward ethereals, past agents of the false gods who were betrayed and then cast into the formless aether once their purpose has been served. They have hindered us, slaughtered our brethren, and tried to claim dominance over this world. Yet we must also thank them, for it is the ethereals who have unwittingly made possible our ascension by destroying the Empire and its Inquisition. No longer does the Inquisition hunt us, suppress our throats, and deny us access to our sacred places. Unshackled from the strictures of the Empire, people have awakened from the false dream of civilization, and our ranks have swelled. Not knowing the history of our world, the ethereals are ignorant of the doom that we will awaken. They cannot surmise our end game, and once they realize what they have set in motion, it will be too late for them to stop us. Our most devoted brethren march with legions of the void for Necropolis. They need only prevent our enemies from breaching our final line, for even as they attack our forces, the blood they spill will feed our resurrection ritual. Where once we suffered our greatest defeat, our ultimate triumph shall be reborn, and the Lochorian, forerunner of the end time, will carry the 1,000 screaming voices of Cthulhu into the world and usher in a new age. Okay, so humanity is basically in the middle of a giant effed up conflict between other worldly powers. Okay, so let's speak with Inquisitor Creed here.
Good. We have much to discuss.
I found these notes on Karos.
I've heard of this ritual. It has been performed only once before. It serves me. Cults were, shall we say, not good. The cult must not be allowed to see this through. We must make haste to Fort Icon at once. Will you join us?
Well, okay.
With the cultist ranks scattered, we can once again reconnect with the main Legion force to the north. And just in time, too. Based on the information you've brought back from Karos, we need to immediately send all available forces to the necropolis and stop that ritual. Algrim and I will be leaving shortly with a small contingent of troops. Will you meet us at Fort Icon? It lies just beyond the Astakarn Mountains, through the Darkvale gates.
Sure, I will see you there. Not like I have anything better to do than save the world. I'll just click... Well, this is only a little bit of text, so I guess I'll read this as well. Gildam Arcanum, page 2. To reinforce the ingenuity of arcanists, both living and dead, we turned to the works of Master Maven, a prolific arcanist from the third age of our glorious empire. Master Maven was able to bend the inherently destructive flows of the aether to her will in order to manifest a protective barrier around herself. So this is an actual ability that you as the player can get if you play the Arcanist class. This technique is a stellar example of how the Gildam Arcanum continually strives to break our preconceptions of the Aether, creating entirely new schools of thought within the arcane arts. Okay, so a little bit of world building there. I guess I'll sell some junk here before the inventory is completely filled up again. So let's just take a quick look through these items before I click sell. Anything that has plus damage is basically useless to us. Is this any good though? Cold Lightning Chaos Resistance. Well, it's a much higher level item with more armor. The resistances are a bit meaningless in comparison though. I don't know, I'll just sell it, whatever, it's fine. It's fine even though, yeah, it's pretty silly that we're still using a level 7 item there, but since we are playing a summoner, I don't think it matters much. But of course there is the chance that I am wrong. That has happened before. So we are level 36, so semi-soon we will start seeing legendary items, and like I said at some point previously, I will hold on to the legendary items in the shared stash, and I will, I think, make use of them if and when Argyle dies, if and when I make a new character. Anyway, here is a rare ring with some pet bonuses. I guess I will use this. So that means no more slit primal ring. That does mean less resistances though. Well, whatever. I think the same still applies. Since we are avoiding damage by hopefully positioning away from it. And we're still on this difficulty level. Also, here is another similar item, it seems. Overall, I think we can get away with that, but in the higher difficulties, definitely want to maximize our resistances if we are able. We can only die once. Just like real life. Unless some religions are indeed correct. But let's not get into that. Okay, so this is, yeah, the same, basically kind of the same item as we already use, so I'll just sell it. Seems to be a bit worse. Slightly worse. And this thing... no. How about this? Also, no. Alright, so that's it. Let's return to the rift gate that we found. Good job, guy. Nicely done. So I'm doing things in kind of the linear or chronological order. I could already get into the Forgotten Gods expansion content if I wanted to, and if I were metagaming, I think it would probably be a good idea. But let's just do it like this. So main story first, then Ashes of Malmuth, and then Forgotten Gods. Also, is this the right way? No, that's the right way. The right way is to the right.
That skill's not ready.
Could make some sort of political joke about that, but let's not get into anything like that. Let's just play this fun, joyful, merry game here. Keep on killing. I don't know, I think it's personal preference, but I think for a game, for an ARPG, I think a tone like this is better suited than something more lighthearted. Or maybe that's just the conditioning of the Diablo games speaking. The first two might be. I did play just a little bit of... well, now I can't even remember the name of the game. But that ARPG that came out in the 2010s, the early 2010s, I think. Which was tonally much more family friendly. But yeah, I can't remember that game's name, so I shouldn't have even brought it up. I think they've made 2 or 3 of them by now. You might know what I'm talking about. Anyway, just trying to think of something to say as we keep on advancing here. And there we go, another level up, level 37 now. So what do I want to increase? I think let's work towards Oak Skin and Ground Slam, though Ground Slam is a bit... well, it's not that useful since we haven't been putting points into Summon Briarthorn, but I guess I'll take 1 point in it. And we do have some items which grant us additional skill points there. So let's put 1 point there. Depending on the items we get, I will at some point probably be respeccing and focusing on maybe the Blight Fiend, maybe the Briarthorn, or maybe we'll just stick with Skeletons. Trip south. Part 2. So I guess we missed part 1, unless I found it and didn't pay attention. Well, anyway, things are going poorly, as usual. There are no happy tales here. Rip South Part 3. Definitely not something you should do, running in front of your minions to pick up a lore note. But so far, we are doing fine. Here is another rift gate. Let's just ignore some of those enemies and instead keep on advancing. Yeah, I guess I'll click on these, but I won't be reading them. Suffice to say that, yeah, things are going poorly. I've played this game enough times to basically know the path. There are side things around and some secrets, but you can ignore them. There is a shrine there, but it actually requires a pretty complex quest for that to be doable. So yes, let's kill these healers. Oh, come on, stop beelining for me. Stupid beast. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we can even do anything here currently. Well, we can kill these guys. So yeah, sealed by chthonic energies. Not sure I'll do that quest in this difficulty level. We'll see. But if we get to ultimate difficulty level, I guess I'll do it there. Probably. No promises though. So the goal is basically to complete the story on ultimate difficulty, as well as get to level 100. Never done that on hardcore mode. After that, there's a bunch of optional stuff and late game things we could be doing, but we shall see. It is a ways ahead anyway, so might never get there, not with this guy at least, but yeah, we shall see. If and when Argyle dies, I will do something a bit different. Not sure if I want to go into melee in hardcore, but maybe. There are a bunch of things you can of course do in this game. The sky is the limit. I think you should be able to complete the story on ultimate difficulty even with nearly every build. or even every build. As long as there is at least a little bit of thought behind it and you're not using gear from 60 levels ago. Okay, but here is a shrine. Let's restore it. That is another devotion point. Okay, let's kill these enemies before I assign it though. Okay, so we were working on this. Let's keep on doing that. If and when things actually get tough, then I might need to think about it more carefully and perhaps respec for devotion at least, but so far it's going fine. So we can nearly autopilot this. Famous last words, of course, but yeah. Good job, guys. Let's not stand in that. Come on. Yeah, there we go. No littering allowed. We will pick up your junk. I will need to tweak the graphics settings at some point since it's getting to be a tiny bit choppy, which is far from ideal when playing hardcore. Also, it's pretty annoying otherwise as well, of course. It's a bit of a shame how poorly optimized this game is. I don't know, maybe not everyone gets these performance issues, but I do. It's perfectly playable, but there is definite lag and choppiness at times. Okay, so here we are at Fort Icon, but yeah, I need to kill these enemies. They are standing in the way. Guess I'll take a look at the graphics settings here. So let's see, video. Yeah. Guess I can turn that down. Textures are shadows ultra. Okay, definitely not. Let's turn that to low. Let's go with that for now. Reflections, let's turn that to medium. Particles to high. Lighting to high. Weather to high. Shaders, that can go to, I guess, very high for now. I would imagine that that will help here. And if not, then I guess I will need to turn down the settings even further. Here is a Black Legion member. Don't go in there. The ethereals have torn open a rift. More are pouring through. Will you be alright? Once things calm down, I'm sure someone will come for me. Don't worry. The Legion takes care of its own. Well, okay, I will just leave you lying there. Have a nice nap. I'm sure you'll be fine. Alright, so here is the rift gate. Let's get to killing. Yeah, the game is running better now. Not perfectly, but it is an improvement. There's still a bit of lag, but I don't know. I'll tweak it on my own time, I guess. Actually look up what settings I should change. Anyway, yeah, that was easy. I think it's a bit I can't pronounce that word, but made worse by having all these minions running around helping me out. That is the price I have to pay. Anyway, here we are at Fort Icon. There's a bunch of lore notes, and here is Inquisitor Creed, as well as Ulgrim.
Good, you've arrived. Things here are in worse shape than I thought.
What happened?
Betrayal, sabotage, call it what you will. We've been attacked from within. The Ethereals, it seems, have gotten a hold of the commander.
Yeah, well, always when things can go to shit here, they will, or they have. He's been possessed.
Precisely. Based on the reports, Commander Lucius has been sending our men out on futile missions, thinning out the force's defenses. Then, once the watch was sufficiently weak, he opened the gates, allowing the Ethereals to pour in. He was not counting on human ingenuity, however. Weapons Master Edric collapsed the front gates with some explosives, cutting off the enemy's forces. When we arrived with reinforcements from the south, the coward Lucius fled into the armory. Until those gates are cleared, we are stuck here. I need you to enter the armory and recover what's left of the heavy explosives. Use them to clear the rubble. But beware of Lucius. He has shed his human disguise in favor of a monstrous form, which I cannot even begin to describe. You will likely have to deal with him to get to the explosives.
Yeah, okay, well, since I am the only person who is capable of saving the world, let's get to it. There's a bunch of other things here as well. Let's pick up these lore notes. Let's see. Black Legion Scouting Report, Necropolis. Commander Lucius ordered a scouting mission to the north. When I asked what we should be looking for, he almost lost his temper and said anything that might cause a disturbance. His reaction seemed rather out of place and strange. The commander is not known for such outbursts. It also struck me odd the way he used the word disturbance. I took my scouting squad through the north gate and almost immediately started seeing some ethereal activity. We changed our course and headed for the hills rather than traveling the main road. It took longer, but we avoided large numbers of the ethereal dead. They appear to be gathering in the north in preparation for an attack. Their numbers have swelled tremendously since my last mission outside the walls. The return trip is going to prove difficult. I sent one of my scouts back to report this information immediately. Heading north, we passed by the necropolis. From the mountain top, we did not see anything unusual. Searching as far as we could on our resources, we discovered nothing but the accursed blood cultists everywhere. Avoiding them made our progress slow. We did see one strange thing of note. The cultists appear to be collecting blood in vast quantities and hauling them in wagons filled with large glass cisterns. We followed for a bit to see where they were being taken, but were spotted and forced to retreat. Okay, and Praetorian's report. The air reeks of sulfur and smoke. It is difficult to breathe as I write this report. We have been ambushed, facing overwhelming odds. Some kind of ethereal monstrosity has risen from the earth up ahead and is spreading aether fire wherever it passes. I've never seen anything like it. The captain ordered us to punch through the opposition and take out that horrific thing, but he was killed in the initial attack that claimed most of our equipment and troops. The men panic and we were forced to retreat. Okay, so ethereals, cultists. Yeah, lots of things. Anyway, here is Weapons Master Edric. As you can probably guess, the fort's seen better days. It's going to take every able-bodied man and woman to bring Fort Icon back to its former glory. Care to lend a hand? Well, okay. Needs us to enter the armory and recover what's left. Blah 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 blah. I will recover the supplies. Sure. What else? What else? I think there's something here. Perhaps not yet, though. Or maybe I'm misremembering. Well, in any case, we will enter this place at some point, but let's go deal with Lucius. Guess I'll kill these enemies here. So there is an expansion coming for the game. Not sure whether I'll get it or not. Kind of depends on how it's reviewed. And I suppose also how expensive it is. I'm not made of money. Alright, but here we are at the Fort Icon Armory. This should be fairly easy. Which is, of course, another good candidate for famous last words. Okay, here is a crumbling wall. Nothing too exciting behind it, though. I guess there was still a weather chest there. Whatever. Let's leave it. Leave it for the next guy. Oh yeah, let's... I've been forgetting to use this again. Well, we haven't been needing it, so whatever. And that's another level. And let's keep on working on the mastery there. Also, yeah, we have 2 points here. Bunch of garbage to pick up. Okay, we are nearly to Mr. Lucius. Nearly there. Here is the armory explosion investigation. I think it just basically says something about sabotage, which we already know about. So let's not read that one. Some of you might enjoy me reading these lore notes, and some of you might not. Who knows? Anyway, here is Commander Lucius. He's saying something. I don't care what he has to say. Just die. He's using Aether damage, which is, I guess, no surprise. Let's keep on summoning, and there he goes. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't hear what he had to say, but I guess it, I don't know, it wasn't very important. On a completely unrelated note, I don't know why, but that brought to mind the film trope where like a big bad guy is calling his henchman because he wants the henchman to not do something. That's a trope in like the film Total Recall, the good Total Recall at least. Don't remember actually off the top of my head other ones, but for some reason that sprung to mind. Anyway, do we have the... yes. But let's go speak with these guys. I do kind of love the film Total Recall. It's not perfect, but then again, what is? What can ever be perfect? Anyway, let's speak with Inquisitor Creed.
Work down there. We need to secure a forward position at the necropolis immediately.
Well, of course we do.
We cannot simply march our forces straight into the necropolis. The cult's minions will descend upon us in force. We will be crushed before we can even get near the Tomb of the Watchers. Instead, we will put your unique skills to use. Make your way into the necropolis past the Plains of Strife, and secure the nearest rift gate. Once you've done so, Algrim will come through with a contingent of our men. The element of surprise on our side, we will strike at the enemy from within.
The element of surprise, huh? Futurama has a good joke about that. Well, okay. And let's speak with Weapons Master Idric. Yes, I have your supplies. And we get some scrap, an inventory bag, and reputation. And now we have a bunch of stuff again, so I guess we'll go through the selling. Okay, so far everything... Well, never mind. Just as I said, everything's garbage. This one might not be, though it's not that good, to be honest, but it does have bonuses to all pets, unlike the piece I'm currently wearing. So I do lose out on 50% poison and acid resistance, as well as some skills if I equip this. I guess I'll not equip it. Arguably that is maybe a better piece, but I don't know, it's not conclusive. The easy thing, of course, about playing a summoner is that we can pretty quickly determine whether something is usable or not. We want pet bonuses and we want skills, and since this is hardcore, we are also prioritizing survivability. Let's see. Nope. My brain is sometimes a bit slow, so it takes a while for the information to be transmitted from my eyes to there. And then that needs to be processed as well. Especially if I'm trying to speak while I'm doing this. It's actually surprisingly difficult to make coherent words come out of your mouth while you're doing something that requires at least a bit of brain power, especially if you're speaking about something that isn't directly correlated with what you're doing. At least to me it is. Anyway, nearly done. Here is a ring with pet bonuses. Are they good though? Maybe that's better than the green one that we currently have. Maybe. I don't know. It's pretty close. We do lose out on resistances as well as +3 to emboldening presence. So I guess it's not conclusive or decisive enough, so let's just sell it. Alright. And we did find this thing, but it's not very good. Manifestarius. Yeah, I don't know. Seems pretty meh. Flat damage for pets is surprisingly good though, but I don't know. Seems pretty meh to me, so I'll sell it. There's still one there. Okay, now we're done, and now we have this quest. Captain Reeve.
You're not from the Legion. Perhaps there is something you could help me with. Something that can't involve the troops.
What is it?
With the recent aerial attack, I cannot allow this deception to carry on any longer. Anasteria, the witch, a witch, who was allowed to enter our fold, must be put down.
Everyone hates witches for some reason.
The Inquisitor insists that she not be harmed.
Well, I guess the Inquisitor doesn't.
But the trust he has in her is misplaced. Commander Lucius was an honorable man and a dedicated soldier up until he was possessed by the Ethereals. I refuse to believe that Anasteria's witchcraft was not involved in his corruption. As we are all under strict orders not to harm her, I need someone outside the Legion, such as yourself, to handle this for me. Will you enter the fourth prison and deal with the wretched witch?
Okay, well, sure, I will deal with her, but in a different way. Not that way. Not in a dirty way. Not like... well, let's not make any jokes about that. Anyway, here we are. Here is Anasteria.
What a curiosity you are.
What is this? A human and yet not. There is an aura about you, stranger, but I cannot sense the spirit. Tell me, what fate has befallen you? I was possessed by an ethereal, but it left me at the hangman's noose. What a marvel you are. They say that to become one with an ethereal, you must lose all that defines you, but it seems there is more to the mystery than rumor lets on. The ether holds many secrets, but few are held from me. There are those who fear such power, but that is why you're here. No? Well, why should I trust you? I assure you, I came to the Legion with the full intent of helping them battle against the ethereal invasion. My information has already saved many lives, but Captain Reeve and the others refuse to see it. Will you join them in condemning me for what I do as well? Okay, well, I will defy Reeve, as so far you haven't turned me into a newt. Wonderful. Now that we've put this unpleasantness behind us, I was hoping you could hear me out. Nobody in the Legion will help me, but perhaps you will be more understanding. Well, what is it? With all the commotion during the ethereal attack, I'm afraid that most of my personal stores were damaged or even destroyed. If I am to continue my work here, I must have another ancient heart. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she will want a bunch of things. I guess yeah, sure. I kind of do want to keep them for myself as well, but sure. We want the XP and we will get more things to do from her. Okay, wonderful. This should last me for some time. Say, have you ever heard the tale of the great beast Beronath? No. How is it relevant to our situation? We are truly in dark times when one cannot share stories with another. Since all you seem to care for is carnage, I believe I know where the mythical beast's spawn lies. Does that pique your interest? Well, okay, let's hear your story. Hopefully this isn't too long. It is a legend as old as time, it seems, with countless retellings of different heroes and sometimes even different creatures. In each of them, a great hero tracks down a monster that's been tormenting local villages. The hunt takes the hero 10 long years through the forgotten lands and to far-off shores, but it always ends atop a mountain where Beronath is impaled upon a spear of bone. The beast plummets from the peak, and from its spilled blood were born the fiends and monsters we dread to this day. The details are muddled in folklore, but one fact remains constant. Beronath once lived. To have a piece of such ancient lineage could prove useful to my spell work. And I believe I know where one such spawn of Beronath dwells. The people of Burbage call it Kalika the Bone Hunter. It hunts within the area called East Marsh, but it makes its dwelling up in the crags. Track down this creature for me and slay it, then harvest one of its fangs and bring it to me. Okay, well, I don't know. That wasn't that fun of a story, but I guess it's a matter of opinion. Alright. So that's one further quest for us. Let's not do it yet. Let's instead head east. So one skeleton slot was available. Okay, so there will be landmines in this area, if I remember. Yeah, there. Can I actually... Yeah, I can send my minions out there to destroy them. Well, better them than me. Guess I can also try to avoid them manually, if I see them. Okay, keep on resummoning as the pets die. Destroy this thing, even though we don't need to do that. More landmines. Let's try to go around. Here is an optional area. A Cophonic Rift. Let's skip that. We might be heading there at some point, but not now. It is connected to the shrine that was locked. Like I said, maybe I'll do that on ultimate difficulty, but probably not here on veteran difficulty. Okay, come on guys, you can do it. There we are. Another one of these obelisks. Come on, rise up again. Kill you again. Alright, nearly to Necropolis. Okay, here we are. Gates of Necropolis. Lots of enemies, of course. Okay, Gates of Necropolis Rift. Inventory still has space, let's keep on exploring. And that's level 39. And now we can take Oak Skin, which is some resistances armor, defensive ability, and retaliation damage. Alrighty. Well, it's a good thing that we have plenty of options. Plenty of things we still like. Just need to determine which ones I like the most. What to work towards. Maybe just increase the skills that we already possess instead of going for new shiny things. Alright, keep on killing. There is a bunch of things in this city. A couple of shrines. Some aether crystals. Guess I'll pick that up as well. Alright, I guess I'll just run past some of these enemies. There's no need to kill every single living thing here. Alright, so here is an entrance to a crypt. Why I'm going in is because there is a shrine here. Basically no other reason. Okay, this is probably not a good idea, but I'll try to speed around this place. If I can. It seems it's going to be difficult though. Okay, well in that case, let's be semi-careful. Yeah, they're actually able to kill the minions pretty easily. And I do want components.
That skill's not ready.
Alright, so speed running abandoned. I see the shrine. Or I saw the shrine. Yeah, there it is on the minimap. Do need to, or do have a ways to go there. Let's actually use this ability. Getting better at that. Resummon. So I think this is vitality damage, but not sure. Anyway, let's not step in it. No matter what it is surely nasty. As we can see. Alright, keep on killing. Keep on looting. Keep on dashing. getting a bit chaotic, I must say. Well, that's why the minions do the work. So I don't have to trouble my pretty little head with that. Keep on resummoning. I don't even need to see what's happening. Nice thing about being a summoner. Okay, lots of junk. Most of it, of course, completely useless. Okay, keep on going. Spooders. Spooders are pretty easy in this game. Alright, and once again we need to resummon. Well, at least Argyle has something to do, other than looting. Okay, getting near to the shrine. You've probably noticed the reputation notifications that we get. Also, that's a lot of damage. That is why we need to be careful. Anyway, what I was going to say is that reputation with factions is a pretty important feature of this game. Some items are locked behind reputation walls. So here is a Plagius, the Decrepit. What a name.
Can't do that yet.
Here I go activating Call of the Grave once the enemy is already dead. Anyway, so here is the shrine. Let's do it.
Do that yet.
And that is one more devotion point. Let's quickly assign it there. And now let's get the hell out of this place. Did I really need to run all the way back if I want that? I guess I can just teleport to the gates. And also, how is our inventory? Well, there's still some room. But I think we'll head back to Fort Icon to sell our stuff. Alright, let's see. So, level 39 now. Okay, we don't use Harbinger of Souls, do we? Let's actually check. What is that? What is Harbinger of Souls? Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, we're definitely not using that. Anyway, I think it's been long enough. So, yeah, next time we'll be securing the inner necropolis rift gate, among other things. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.